It's nice out here today. I don't know. It might be the weather changing or whatever, but shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Wadash, giving all praises to the great Ali Shaidat of Israel, the great I am, the possessor of heaven and earth and of the spirits of heaven and earth. Giving much respect to Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, the one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become his father's royal right on, my Redeemer, my Comforter, and my salvation. And only one that plead his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for a salvation. Yay. Shout out to Great Millstone, the ones who gave me this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to not only get me to go back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, but to prepare me for these dark, strange, and awesome times ahead of us. Shout out to they work around the clock to give us the word, proper breakdowns, and let us know the news updates, and they tell us everything that we need to know so that when things do happen, you can't say that you weren't warned about it. Amen to that. And shout out to the Akim, the Akim, the brothers that's in the word. And that's them drugs. The Akim, the brothers that's in the word, and whether or not they from a camp or not, they still go and do the work. They still do the listen to the prophets. Shout out to those brothers. Shout out to the Akwaf, the beautiful women that's in the word. It may not be a lot of y'all, but for the women that are in the word and transferring to the word, much love to you guys. Coming back at you with another video. It's called Only the Elect, because only the chosen is gonna make it. You get a lot of people that's believing in the doctrine of Christianity, but the Christianity doctrine has major flaws. One of the major flaws is the worst one is always cherry picking and choosing scriptures, and they're lying. So they got a bad, especially that flaw is the worst flaw. They keep lying, and they don't know the truth. No, they know the truth, but they tend to avoid it, because anybody that has read the Bible, they would have that understanding, or any logical person would be asking those kind of questions, like, okay, does Yahweh love everybody? All right, so who are the elect? Why does the Most High keep talking about only Israel? What is Revelation truly about? And you gotta be able to ask yourself these simple questions, so and then you gotta be able to accept the answers. Because I listen to a lot of these Christians and I laugh at them, because they are stuck in a sort of delusion, and they telling themselves and others things that they want to hear, but they're not telling nobody the truth of how it goes. And every time you try to teach them, and every time you try to have them change their mind about it, and they don't want to, they ignorant in their own, they ignorant about it, and they're in denial. And the truth is more evident, that it's in the book, and it's telling you everything that, it's telling you all the facts, it's telling you everything that's going on. So like I said, only the elect will make it. There is no other nations that are gonna make it. There is no non-believers that are gonna make it. It's a lot of the Israelites that are not going to make it because of this simple flaw. Like Yahweh said, for the turning away of the simple will get you killed. It'll get you killed, So you had time to accept the truth while it was in its simplest form. Simple stuff like, okay, do you know the Lord's true name? Do you know exactly who you are? Do you know the truth about the Bible? Simple words. Simple questions, simple logic, and then you are given the answer, through the prophets, but you choose not to accept it. So, like Yahweh said, the turning away of the simple shall slay thee, meaning that that's going to get you killed, because something so simple, something so logical that you had a chance to understand, you didn't understand it. And it's a laugh. Like, to me right now, I was saying this a day before, and the reason why I didn't go out is because I got real sick, and I had to let myself heal. But today, I'm out, and I'm walking, doing my little daily run, and I'm taking care of myself. And I came out here to the highways and byways like I usually do, and nothing, keep my promise, even though we all mess up, you got to keep going. You feel me? So I'm gonna stop saying that. We need to keep going, even though I'm not a prophet. That doesn't mean that I can't show my works. That doesn't mean that I can't believe. That doesn't mean that I can try my best to do the works, because that's exactly what's important. You need faith with works. They go hand in hand. You can't say something and you don't do it. Actions is louder than words at the same time, but they got to have a balance between it. So like I said, the whole world is not going. You cannot, invite the whole world to something that the Most High has only got for his own people. And the Bible, it constantly tells you that in different stories about how about Shem Shai is only going to take Israel and everybody else will be left behind. But for some reason, a lot of Christians, and I laugh at them, and a lot of people who read the Bible, they want to skip those parts. And sometimes they are trained to skip them parts, and sometimes they skip them parts because they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear what's going on, especially the ones that are not, black, Negro, black, Mexican, and Indians. If you're not a part of that indigenous group, then there is no salvation for you, So when you have that understanding, you start to understand, like, if you're not a part of that group and that ethnicity, you start to understand that, okay, this is not for me. You start understanding how dark the Bible really is, and that is very strict on what Yahweh says and the truth behind, the world and the truth behind creation and etc. So you got to have that understanding about the truth, and a lot of them don't, and it's just a laugh to me, especially for the Christians, especially black Christians. They always giving people lectures with no Bible. They don't go straight to the Bible, and they don't open it up, and they don't see what it has to say. They want to make up this freestyle speech. That's what I'm gonna call it, freestyle speech, and tell you what they think about the Bible. Maybe probably pull out a precept here and there that they really don't know about, but ultimately they want to tell you about the Bible and how they feel and what they think. So that blinded truth is just a laugh altogether. You get tired of hearing the shit, and you get tired of seeing it. And it's like, man, lately for me, is it just me, or a vast majority of people are just getting dumber in general? Like, they just getting dumber and dumber, and it's getting to the point to where it's fucking annoying, bro. Like, come on now, open your eyes and see. Like, don't sit there and keep lying about the shit. Understand and take in the truth. Like, especially for the blacks, like, how could you not believe that how could you not believe that you are the chosen people? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. And at the end of the fucking day, to them, it never will, So, you just let these people be. Let them do their own thing, but it's just stupid. My point is today is that it ain't no other people that's going to be saved. No salvation for, the white man. No salvation for the non-believers, no Arabians, no Africans. If they not a part of the tribe of Israel, then they not going to be a part of what's going on. No Russians, no Chinese people, none of that shit. Like, and it's for a very important reason. So it's like people are sitting up there lying, and they're not trying to tell you the truth. And I would rather read out of the book than sit here. I would rather read out of the book than sit here and lie to you. I ain't gonna sit here and say word for word about how I feel and what I think. I'm gonna be like, let's see what's in the book, and let's see if it's so. It says the word. This is Jeremiah chapter 46, chapter 13. It says the word that Yahweh spoke to Jeremiah the prophet how Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, will come and strike the land of Egypt. It says, declare in Egypt and proclaim in Magog, proclaim in Noph and Taphanes, say, stand fast and prepare yourself, for the sword devours all around you. It says, why are your valiant men swept away? Did they not stand because Yahweh drove them away? It says, he made many fall. Yes, one fell upon another. And they said, rise, let us go back to our own people and the land of our nativity from the oppressing sword. They cried there, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is but a noise. It says, he passed by the appointed time. As I live, says the king, whose name is Yahweh Shemel Shai, Lord of hosts, surely as Tabor is among the mountains and Carmel by the sea, so he shall come, O you daughter dwelling in Egypt, prepare yourself to go into captivity. So that's what's going to happen. Like, a lot of people are going to die because a lot of people are not chosen. No, indeed. They're not chosen. They're not meant to make it. And a lot of the people, you know, they no, when it's all said and done at the end of the war, because war is coming to this place. It's coded in the Bible. Like, it's telling you right in your goddamn face. It's not something, well, actually, I think, no, Daniel is the one that's past tense. Yeah, Daniel is the one that's past tense with the statue of Nebuchadnezzar thingy. But Jeremiah is like more of a foretold. Like, it's telling you about the past, but it's going to tell you the same thing it's telling you the result of what's going to happen in the future also. So, you know, in the past for what the Africans did, you know, Nebuchadnezzar had came and took and destroyed the Africans for what they had did. It was like a punishment for them taking away the children of Israel. So the Lord had them destroyed, you know, back in those ancient days. So now, you know, Nebuchadnezzar can represent Russia, and then America is Egypt, you know, New Egypt, and they're going to be destroyed the same way, in the same manner, you know. And then when the World War III is done, they'll be going into slavery. So it's like, and it's telling you a lot of people are going to die. It's telling you that a lot of people are not going to make it. They're not, you know. Even a lot of our own people is going to be destroyed. And that is the truth about it, because they don't want to listen. They want to be ignorant. And, you know, that's to their own chagrin. Either you know, you got to believe in it, or you not, or nothing as good is going to come to you. It's going to get worse. Like the prophet said, you know, it's more and more evident that the mark of the beast is near. You know, it really is near. And, you know, it's just something for you to get prepared for. It's so near to the point to where when it's going to pop up out of nowhere. And it's not going to be a surprise. It's just a time and a place for it now, when it's supposed to be implemented. And there's nothing to worry about. You know, it's just something that for you to know, something to be aware of. And a lot of people are either they ignorant or they just afraid, you know. I'd rather know the truth and just be afraid, though, than to be like, you know, just ignorant and afraid and just blind. Like, oh, I don't want to know all that. That's not true. Or how could you say something like that? Well, it says that in the book. You know how it's going to happen. Ugh. Now it's getting all windy. Yeah, it's telling you in the book how it's all going to go down. It's up to you to listen or not. Let's go to something else. See, this is where I need another phone. I can't do this shit. That's Zechariah. And then that's another thing that's irritated me. They keep saying that God is for everyone. Hell no, man. God ain't for everybody, man. This one is a good one. This one is Matthew chapter 7 verses 15, and this one is a good one. Oh, this light is irritating me because I can't see. It says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. It says, you will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes, or figs or thistles? It says, even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but bad trees bear bad fruit. That is true. It says, and a tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. It says, every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. It says, therefore by their fruits you will know them. It says, not everyone who says to me, Yahweh shall enter the kingdom of heaven. There it is right there. Yet again, it's telling you, a lot of people is going to be denied, and mainly this is speaking towards the children of Israel because of the evil and shit that they do. They feel like the Lord, when he come, he going to automatically forgive them, and just by them believing that they going to be granted salvation, when that's not how it go. A lot of our people, among the children of Israel is going to be denied. They're not going to be granted the salvation that they're looking for. They're going to be granted the punishment by death. And, later on when the kingdom come, then they'll get their little piece of the pie of whatever blessing Yahweh had promised us. Because automatically Israel is going to get the victory. But for right now, on this side, a lot of the children of Israel, they have to suffer and bear the consequences. And you can always tell a man by his works. That is true. That's why the prophets, if you confront the prophets, or you trying to school, or say something smart, they will literally go to your background of your YouTube account or however, and if they're able to find your background and figure it out, then they can tell what kind of person you are. And some people don't even have works, and they want to sit there in school and all that. If they check up on you, the best thing for you to do is to have your works and have at least some sort of teaching and know something, That way in the background they're gonna be like, okay, well at least he's doing something. And the trick is, a part of the race is to be up to date. You gotta stay with this. This ain't something that you just do, and if 3-4 years later you come back to and you just do. No, you stop and then you come back 5 to 10 years later. No, this has got to be more of a period, a daily thing, or routine. A part of your routine. Like you do this, you do that. Then I hop on my videos and I do my videos. And even if you're not a prophet, you should still have some works. Like the prophet say, at least try and do something, to help yourself, because you don't want to be one of these people. And Yahweh Shai is not talking about the whole world. He's talking about the elect. He don't care about what happens to the rest of the world, because the world can be destroyed and be remade. And that goes for the other nations and all of them too. They were created along with the world. They are different from us, and they are different from the children of Israel as a whole. We the ones that created them. So the Most High is like, why would I help you guys when you guys mean nothing? They don't. And yeah, the Messiah had a point. Don't feed your blessings. Don't give your blessings to the dogs on the street. Don't give it to the white people. Don't give your blessings to these other races and these other ethnicities, because they don't matter. It's sad to say, but it is true. They got a role to play, in the new kingdom and all that. But, as far as I'm concerned, according to the Bible, when those nuclear missiles go off and this great calamity happen and all of that, these people, man, the Most High is going to let them pass, man. The only people that the Most High is going to get is the ones that do survive. And that's them super duper rich people with them bomb-proof bunkers, and they got all the little cities underground, and they got all the food and everything, and they just waiting for the events to happen. Places that got free bunkers to run into, people are living by. So when it does happen, they can have a place to run. So all those people that got bunkers and all of that, and they run in there, them gonna be the people that's going to be going into slavery for sure. Them going to be the people that's going to be the first of the slaves, you know. So it's not going to be nothing good for the nations and all that. And this is a laugh just to see them lie about the shit. Don't lie about the shit. Tell the truth, man. Stop schooling people about what you think you know, and read the damn Bible and see what it say, you know. And don't be trying to run off to other books like the book of Enoch said this, and it's talking about the fallen angels, and what about Adam and Eve in the garden and that book, and what about the other book, and you know, the book of the Mormons. And shut the hell up. Don't read the main book. The main book is the Bible, where they all try and inspire these fake books from. They got it from the Bible, so read the book. If the book don't say any of that shit up in there, then it's not true, okay? It's not. So that is the truth about it. It's not true. It's not real, you know. So focus on that. What's canon and not canon, you know. It says, not everyone who says to me, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of his Father, of my Father in heaven. That's right. So you gotta have the works. You gotta live the life. You gotta be ready to die for this, and you gotta live with this. That is true, you know. So, and you gotta have some sort of works for even Yahweh to have mercy on you, and that's up to him to have mercy on you, you know. So, you know, the works is just, you know, faith and works. You know, that's to make the calling of the election sure, you know. But at the end of the day, who knows who Yahweh is going to save and who he's going to redeem. And even the prophets know that, you know, but they got a higher chance of them making it than us. You know, me, I'm just a believer. And, you know, I can't consider myself a prophet if I'm not pressing as hard as they do. I wasn't made to be like that. I was made to be a believer and show my works as a believer. Hopefully, when the shit goes down and the shit start happening, that Yahweh will cover me and protect me from all those evils that's gonna happen, man. Because when the wars start cracking off and the riots start happening, you know, you going outside and you trying to get the things that you need for your family, and people randomly trying to kill you, randomly trying to attack you, you know, bullets going off, you know, people robbing shit, you know, people just killing each other, and you want to be protected. You want to be already prepared, or you want to be covered, like, okay, I got all the food, I got everything I need, let's just get out of here. Or, you know, Yahweh protect me and let me go get everything that I need before it gets worse. You know, you're going to want to have that shield of protection, and no, let me grab what I need and get out of this city, because in a matter of time, it ain't going to be no more. It's going to lock down, and the army going to come in, and it's going to be even more chaos. They're going to lock it all down. You don't want to be in there like that. You don't want to be with that, you know. So when you think about it, it's a lot that's going to happen, and you need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, in the name Yahweh Shai. You need the Lord's protection to you know, to survive, you know. It says, many will say to me in that day, Yahweh Shai, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name? It says, and then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. So that is the wicked prophets and the wicked pastors and those wicked teachers, you know, because the Most High don't care less for the other nations, but for the ones that sat up there and lied, and the ones that did all that crooked shit. Some of them became Israelites for the money. Some of them was in Christianity, you know, taking people's tithings and lying to people and trying to comfort them, you know, and giving them what they need, they want to hear instead of what they need to hear. That is what's going to be the problem. That is where all of these prophets and all of these fake pastors and shit, they gonna be left here in the nuclear days. So the Most High, you know, by him not coming to save them, and by him not coming to get them on the last day, is that form of him saying, I never knew you. You can't just be like, oh Lord, this and that, and please help me and please save me, and you didn't believe. Some people are so blind, you know, that right now, you know, they keep talking about the aliens are real, and they've been real. Aliens been, the term alien means a person from a foreign country, an invader. But extraterrestrials are real. Yes, they are, man. UFOs, they actually the angels of the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. The angels, yeah, they are real. They exist. And the government is confirming that. But they been should have knew that shit. So, but the people are so confused when salvation do come, they're not even going to know until Yahushai hop off them chariots. They're not even going to know that that was God, you know. So that is another thing. And that's when, that's probably when they're going to say it too. Oh, have we not done things? Or do we not deserve your mercy? And the Most High is just going, Yahushua is just going to destroy them, you know. He just going to destroy them. He going to whoop their butt because they deserve to be destroyed for all the evil and for all the fucked up things that they did, man. Ain't no way that the Lord is going to allow them to get away with it, you know. And it feel good for the evil to get theirs. That's exactly what we waiting on. And then when the Most High, you know, send his son to make war with, you know, the America and the rest of the world and these other nations, because they feel like the nuclear bomb is the strongest thing and that it can defeat anything in their way. That's how they feel. While they hurting each other, they gonna band together and try to use the nuclear missiles and send their armies on Yahweh, the Messiah, which is Yahushai. And that's not gonna work. But this is what they gonna do, you know. So they feel like the nuclear bomb is the ultimate weapon and that it could defend them and fend off anything, you know. And that's what they gonna do. They know they're not gonna make it. So the Most High is he gonna destroy them. And that's the best thing to happen. We need that to happen. We need the end of the world to come. We need the white man to hurry up and throw his last temper tantrum, whatever the fuck he gonna do. You know, we need that shit to happen, you know. So when it's all said and done, it can happen, and it can happen fast and get it all over with. Why got to be so long drawn out? And I feel the prophets, you know, because some of them prophets is elderly men. You know, they don't want to die before they see the coming, at least, you know, of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you know, his son Yahushai. Before they see the coming, like, damn, like I want this all to hurry up and happen, because you got some prophets that are of old age, man. And they don't want to die here, you know, they want to be taken up and called up by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So, you know, and it ain't nothing wrong with feeling that way. They done did the work, they done did everything in their power, you know. If they gotta die, then that's just what it is. But, you know, their hopes are high for them to be called away by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Like how the Most High say we will be called up to meet the Lord in the air. That don't mean every fucking body. It only means the people that are promised that blessing. It says, therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them will liken him to a wise man who built his house on a rock. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. It says, but everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on sand. It says, and the rain descended, the floods came, and the wind blew and beat on the house, and it fell, and it's great, and great was its fall. And that's what it's saying. The Lord is going to come, and we don't have to worry about it, you know. We are like, all right, so we gonna test who's telling the truth, either you or me, you know, with all those stupid Christianity lies and them stupid other religions of this world that's sitting up there blinding our people. We ain't got to do nothing. We know that we telling the truth. It's just that it's gonna come down to that ultimatum. Like Yahweh said, I want to see who you gonna choose, either me or them, you know. So we gonna see who right. Either Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is right or they right. You better not come my way. Please leave me alone. You know, we're going to see who right and we're going to see who wrong, man. That's just what it is. And we confident in that we right. You know, we done seen too much happen in our time to know that we are right. We not wrong. We right. And I done seen it for myself. So I cannot deny Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai after all that I've seen. You know, that's disrespectful, you know. I don't want to do that. I want to keep going, and I want to hopefully be, you know, forgiven by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and able to see the things that I want to see. You know, I have dreams, I have visions about, you know, seeing the end of the world and being saved and all of that. But, you know, that's not certain. That's just something that can happen. That's just a possibility. You don't know, you know, tomorrow ain't promised to none of us, so you don't know what's going to happen. You know, you just hope, you know, for the best. You pray, you stay in prayer, stay out the way. You do whatever Yahweh Shem Shai told you to do. Like he said, do the work, and you know, hopefully Yahweh Shem Shai have mercy, because that when that wrath come down, it's gonna be like the Lord had no mercy. But at the same time, when it does happen, you were told about it, so you were able to brace yourself. You were able to prepare for it. Okay, so this was foretold. I'm not surprised while I'm seeing all these people die. I'm not surprised to see my people, you know, go and get the mark. I'm not surprised to see World War III happening. You ain't gonna be worried about it. Like, okay, it's happening according to plan. Everything is going according to plan. All right, you know, let me keep my faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, Yahweh is coming to pass, and all of these things are happening. And, you know, there's nothing that I can do about it anyway. You know, you can't stop Yahweh Shem Shai. That's what everybody wants. I done seen it in movies, people talking about it, cartoons, animes, you know, podcasts. They want to stop the coming of Yahweh Shem Shai. They want to stop that, you know. And it was another funny video that I seen about a fake white teacher that called himself a pastor. And when he said that, when somebody asked him, are the aliens in the Bible, he didn't even bring up the book of Ezekiel. That's how you know Christianity is fake, because the book of Ezekiel tells you about, you know, the UFOs and the aliens being the children of Yahweh Shem Shai, the children of God. And the white pastor sat there and lied about the shit, man. They don't want you to believe in all that. They want you to believe in the fake coming. They want you to believe in the rapture, you know. They want to keep lying to you. They're not going to tell you exactly what's going on. The truth about the matter is that you got to figure it out. You got to be able to open the book and read that book and have that understanding and know everything for yourself. I done heard people say, I done read the Bible 3 and 4 times, and I should know everything that I know out of it. Well, then how come, if you know these certain things, then why the fuck is you still doing contrary to the book if you know everything, you know? And Yahweh did blind a lot of people, so you got to understand that. He did blind a lot of people, and you can read the book 4 or 5 times and still won't understand that shit without the proper teachings, you know? Right, that makes a point too. It says, Matthew 7 verse 3, it says, why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? It says, or how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye? Move, you fly. It says, but do not consider the plank in your own eye. Or how can you say, move, this fly is all in my face, move, damn. It says, hypocrite, it says, first remove the plank from your eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. So that one is real funny, because I see a lot of, you know, wicked ass jakes and shit. They want to preach while they high and shit, and they want to preach while they smoking weed and shit. And that's a form of hypocrisy. If the Most High tell you don't smoke, you know, and you know you got to give up what you're doing, and you still doing it, that is a form of being a hypocrite. You know, it's funny how you like to get high and talk about weird shit, but when you sober, I mean, you like to talk about the Bible, Salakia, but when you sober, you don't want to hear about it. You don't care about it. You know, that's a form of hypocrisy. Fix yourself, and then you can possibly help others get fixed. You know, and it's I was watching that yesterday. Some idiot, and he had dreads in his beard, and his hair was matted, and his dreads was all fucked up. It's getting to the point to where I'm so sick and tired of seeing these nasty ass dreads. They fucking nasty, man. That shit is nasty. Like, it's all matted up. It's all locked up. Some of them are professionally done to look like girl individuals. how the black woman get her braids done. And it's like, you know, they have in a way almost damn near successfully feminized the black man, even though that's not true. But a vast majority of us are feminized, are blind, you know. And you know, and I'm tired of seeing the younger generation with these nasty dreads. You even see the old guys getting dreads and shit. Like, man, take that nasty shit out your head, man. It's not gonna make you look better because you're ugly, and it doesn't look right on your fucking head. Take that nappy ass shit out. They want to dye them and all this kind of shit and get all this shit, these stylish shit done, and it's just disgusting. And you can see a person, it's getting easier and easier to see who righteous and who wicked, you know? Because the Most High is giving so many attributes to it, it's not even funny no more. Like, damn, like, this nigga just wicked. Like, I could tell. He got a purse on him, he got some dreads, he got a gun on him, and he do drugs. He smoke weed or whatever manner, you know, of drugs that he do. All right, I ain't fucking with him. It's so easy, you know? Especially on the brothers, it's getting, since they the wickedest ones, the Israelites, you can see the 2/3 and you just know that they wicked just by sometimes seeing them, you know, just by looking at them sometime. Like, you know, it says, judge not, yet ye shall be judged. But like it says at the same time, I'd rather you judge than sacrifice, you know? So you need to be able to see the outcome of the problem, and it's up to you to decide whether to deal with it or not, you know? So that right there is very important. And if they prophets or they former prophets, they have a right to judge. That's what they're there for. You know, me, I don't have that kind of right, but you know, when you looking at people and all of that, you got to determine who you fucking with. You got to determine who you going to talk to or who you going to call out. Because a lot of these people be looking at you like you stupid or you crazy, even though what's evident around them is actually happening. Like, a lot of the shit that's in the Bible is really fucking happening. You know, it's a lot of bad shit that's happening. Like, oh, who would be the wicked? You know, the prophets, how the times would be. You know, the wars that's happening, these big ass, fat ass disasters that's happening around the world. How the Lord said that he would get his revenge on the nations for what they did to Israel. You know, it's a lot of shit that's happening around them. But you know, and in secret, they the crazy ones. You got to be a freaking retard for you not to be able to see the situation in the world around you and knowing that change is coming. And okay, so it's time for me to change. I need to change. I need to do better because I know the signs of the times, you know? And you got to get it right, too. You can't just be like, oh, Jesus is coming. No, nigga, that's the wrong fucking name. Get the name right. How about Shem Yahushai and the name Yahushai? Study, listen to the prophets. They study the Paleo-Hebrew for you. They literally do. And they put it in your face. Ain't no letter J in that shit, you know? Ain't no Yeshua in there. Ain't no Yahshua up in there. And Yeshua, you know, Yahuwah, all of that shit is close to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai and Yahushai are the real names. That's the funniest part about it. Oh, this is my favorite one. I don't know why I went to it, but I went to it. Yep, I went to it. This is the core. To me, this is one of the main points of the Bible right here, the book of Acts right here. This little simple precept right here will destroy any ideology or what anybody thinks. And I get a lot of those comments too whenever I comment something from the Bible. And I laugh at it because I don't comment back, but the commentary that you get from these people is fucking stupid. Some white people get mad. Some black people, they want to correct you. They don't ever want to accept the truth. You get a lot of bad commentary more than you do good. This is Acts 13, chapter 1. It says, now in the church that was at Antioch, there were certain prophets and teachers, Barnabas and Simeon, who were called Niger. It says Lucius and Cyrene of Manaen, who had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. So it's telling you that they're black, okay? It's telling you that. the prophets were black, all right? The prophets of Israel were called nigger. As it was back in the day, they're called niggers now, all right? So why do you think white people back in our past during slave trade was calling us niggers? Because they used to call us niggers way back then during the Roman time and during ancient Greece. You know, that word is nothing new. It's just disrespectful, you know, more and more disrespectful now. You know, even if it was disrespectful back then, it was normal, you know, for them to call us that. It wasn't a disrespectful term to get you into your, you know, fighting mood. You know, no, back then it wasn't that bad, but now it's badder than ever. Now these white people can't even utter the word nigger. They gotta say that, or the word nigger. They gotta say that in their little rooms by themselves, or say it in their head, because if they say it around us, it could be a problem, you know. But nonetheless, that is who the fucking prophets are. That is who the children of Israel are. They are the niggers in the Bible, okay? And the niggers in the Bible we are here today, and there is no other nation that's chosen. This is a big ass this is a big ass fucking roadblock for them dumb Christians right there. Fuck they ass up. And they don't want to read this. I ain't never ever heard this precept read in the fucking church at all. Never ever heard this precept even read. Never heard. There's certain precepts that you don't say in the Bible, because by you saying it, it's going to make people question. And by you saying it, it's going to make them change their aspect of what they think and how they feel. Now, this is where it gets weird at. This is where it gets weird. It says, as they ministered to Yahweh and fasted, the Holy Spirit said, now separate to me Barnabas and Saul for the work to which I have called them. Now, here's another thing. If the Most High said that, you know, if the Bible were true about the white people being... If the Bible were true about the white people being the children of Israel, then why didn't it say white people, you know, who were called white people? Who were called white people, Lucius of Cyrene, many who have been brought up with Herod. No, that's not true. So the Bible is, this is another nail to the coffin, as per se, as when they tell you that God is black, he really is black, bro. It's not no understatement. It's actually pretty serious, and it's the truth, you know. Like Yahweh Shai said, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Yeah, a lot of people do hate the truth. A lot of people want you to tell them lies and soothe them and make them feel better and shit. No, fuck that. Some niggas need to know the truth. Some niggas need to know what's going on. You need to know what it's all about, what it is, man. So it says, so being sent out by the Holy Spirit, they went down to Seleucia and from there sailed to Cyprus. This is where it gets weird. And when they arrived to Salamis, they preached the word of God in the synagogue of the Jews. This is a group of people. Synagogue is referring to a group. It's not referring to some fucking building. It says they also had John as their assistant. It says, now when they had gone through the island to Paphos, they found a certain sorcerer, a false prophet, a Jew whose name was Bar Jesus. It says, who was with the proconsul of Sergius Paulus, an intelligent man. This man called for Barnabas, and he sought to hear the word of God. But Elymas the sorcerer, for so his name is translated, withstood them, seeking to turn the proconsul away from the faith. You know, because he was preaching about another God. And in a weird way, it kind of reminded me of, you know, Jesus in this time, in a weird way, even though it's not referring to him, but at the same time it is, in a weird way. So, you know, it's actually telling you that Jesus ain't real. Like, it says, then Saul also, who is called Paul, was filled with the Holy Spirit and looked intently at him and said, "Oh, full of deceit and all fraud, you son of the devil." So when you say the devil, is actually talking about the false accuser, which is the white man. It's not talking about the evil demon Satan, you know. It's not talking about that. because that the teachings that he was teaching was of Greek mythology and Roman ideology, you know. So the Paul immediately knew where he got this knowledge from, you know. It says, "You enemy of all righteousness, will you not cease from perverting the straight ways of the Lord? And indeed the hand of Yahweh is upon you, and you shall be blind, not seeing the sun for a time." So when it's all said and done, you know, the Bible is telling you the truth, word for fucking word, man. This shit is awesome. Oh, this one is funny. This one is funny. Hang on. It was so fucking windy. I feel better when I do this. Feel a sense of peace, man, when you out here doing it, man. Because you know you're doing the right thing, man. That's how I feel. Whenever I come out here and I do what I can, and I read my little Bible and stuff, and I go home, I feel a sense of peace. I do. You know, doing the best that I can and doing all that I can, man. If I could do more, I would. But I know me, you know, like they said, the spirit is strong, but the flesh is weak. So I don't want to break no promises that I can't make, you know, like, I don't want to break no promises that I can't keep, you know. So I promised that I would do the best that I can, and that's exactly what I'm doing, you know. I don't want to go and join, you know, Great Millstone in them, and it take me so long to get up in there. Now I'm having complications with my life, and now I'm dealing with all this, and it becomes a hardship for me because I'm doing so much, and I'm picking and choosing, and it's just kicking my ass and tearing me apart, you know. I know my place, and my place is to be a believer, and that's all that matters to me, you know. Let the prophets do them. I was never meant to be like them, and I know I wasn't, even though I wanted to be like them, you know. It wasn't my part. My role is to be a believer, and if Yahweh wants to protect me, then that's just what he want to do. If he don't, then that's just what it is. At least I know the truth. You know, the Most High did bless me with that. It says in Acts chapter 13, verses 42, it says, "So when the Jews went out of the synagogue, the Gentiles begged that these words might be preached to them the next Sabbath." So it's talking about the Gentiles, is referring to the Israelites that transferred over to, I do believe this was during the time of the Romans. Yeah, I do believe. And they had transferred over to another religion, you know. And it says, "Now when the congregation had broken up, and many of the Jews and devout proselytes followed Paul and Barnabas, who began speaking to them, persuaded them to continue in the grace of God." It says, "On the next Sabbath, almost the whole city came together to hear the word of Yahweh." So the Gentiles and the Jews that say Jews, they all came together to hear the words of Yahweh about Shem Yahushai. And these are the Gentiles that are the dark-skinned Gentiles. He's not talking about the white people. He's talking about the Gentiles that are dark, that transferred over, you know, because they learned another religion. It says, "But when the Jews saw the multitudes, that they were filled with envy and contradicted and blaspheming, they opposed the things spoken by Paul. Then Paul and Barnabas grew bold and said, 'It was necessary that the word of Yahweh should be spoken to you first.' It says, 'But since you reject it and judge yourselves unworthy of an everlasting life, behold, we turn to the Gentiles. For Yahweh has commanded us, I have set you as a light to the Gentiles, that you should be for salvation to the ends of the earth. Now when the Gentiles heard this, they were glad and glorified the word of the Lord, and as many as had been appointed to eternal life believed. So a lot of the Jews were mad when they heard the truth about it, but a lot of the Gentiles that didn't know the word and didn't know who they were, they immediately converted, and they were glad to do it because they didn't know who the fuck they was. They didn't know that they was the chosen children of Israel. They didn't know that Yahweh Shem Yahushai was a dark-skinned being like them. He was black like them. They didn't know that until the prophets came on the scene and had to tell them. So the same thing that's happening that happened in our past during ancient times is the same thing that's happening now. Prophets been on the scene for at least like 80, 90 years now, and they've been telling us exactly who we are and telling us the truth about everything and letting us know what the hell has been going on and what happened to us, And those of them that call themselves the Jews and all that, they thought they knew who they were, but they didn't. And they thought that they were saved, but they weren't, So that was a big controversy. But overall, they only came to the dark-skinned people. That was the funniest joke ever. Go to the Gentiles. And the Gentiles thought they were the white people. Said, see, that's us right there. So how could you say that Yahweh didn't come to us to bless us? No, he wasn't talking about your ass. He was talking about the blacks that transfer over to that religion. See, these white people, they got a bad thing about the Bible. They just feel like the Bible is for them too, and that they want to be a part of God's glory, but it ain't true. How in the hell you gonna be a part of something that you tried to seek at one time to steal, kill, and destroy? How the hell you gonna be with these people when you was the very motherfuckers that put them into slavery? That's not how it's gonna work. And the enemy is getting a bad reality check over that because it's not gonna happen like that. Y'all never be a part of the chosen people. You'll never be a part of the tribes of Israel. You were made to be their enemies, and in the end, that's what you're gonna be. You're gonna be their goddamn enemies, and you're gonna be destroyed as the enemy that you are. So I'm gonna get ready to close this up. And this lesson has been very good to me. Lessons within lessons. And I don't care. I believe in what Yahweh Shem Yahushai say. I believe in the word. I believe in him. I respect the prophets, and this is my own way of acknowledging that. I'm not trying to be by my own way, but I don't know what else to fucking do at this point. Because if I can't do it with them, then I'm not gonna just idly stand by and just let them have all the let them do all the work. I can try to help to the best of my abilities too, and this is the best way you can help. This is the best way you can help is by doing it yourself. That way the Most High, that way the prophets see, and it's not to impress them. It's just to, when people see your stuff and whatever you got on whatever board, online records, it's for people to see that, like, damn, he believed and he know the truth and he know what it's about. So, by people seeing this and knowing what's going on, they can't, okay, so he knows some shit, or all right, then respect that and leave it at that. Oh, he just posted 2-3 days ago, or he just posted yesterday. People need to see that shit, and it needs to be more and more of us, but sadly it's not a lot of us that believe, but it's okay. The Most High said that it wouldn't be for everybody, and it's damn sure not for the whole fucking world neither. Got shit fucked up. I'm glad. Let them stupid Christians and them stupid people that believe in them other religions keep preaching, keep telling lies, because the days is coming to where they about to be fucking totally corrected. And I pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushai I'm able to see that day. Amen to that. Wisdom in time shall be the strength of wisdom in time shall be the strength of knowledge. Wait, I fucked it all up. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the strength of time. Something. I always say it. Why do I fucking forget it? I fucking suck, man. I fucking suck. I'm gonna try to quote these Bible scriptures, and sometimes you forget. You get a little rusty, but just know them. Walk by faith and not by sight. Remember, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. You know, seek him while he may be found. You know, just believe and have that belief and know that Yahweh is going to save you. And I believe. I don't care what nobody say. Fuck these people. Who cares if they don't care, man? I care. And I'm going to show that I keep caring. Like I told you, the Bible ain't for the world. It's not even for all of the Israelites, because they not going to get it. But for the ones that do get it, it's for y'all, you know? I'm about to get ready to freaking close out. I got to go and make a quick run. And it says, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the strength of times, and the stability of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is a treasure. I always said, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil have come down on you having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. I'll be trying to memorize a few precepts. I need to read the Bible, continue to read the Bible, so I can get some of the main precepts down. And, you know, it's good. Because when you read the Bible, you're communicating with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua right then and there. His words are forever. His words are eternal. He meant what he said. It's all coming to pass. And all we got to do is sit back and watch it all unfold, man. Especially for those of us that's trying. It's not like the Most High is not watching. You are trying the best that you can. Keep going, man. I'm not about to stop. I just got to keep going no matter what the struggle is, no matter what my fucking problem is. Fuck all that. Keep going, bro. Keep doing it. Because I know in my heart, I'm doing the right thing. That's all that it's about. Doing the right thing. Doing what you got to do, man. Now, I don't want to be sitting up there lazy like the rest of these niggas that feel like they ain't got nothing else to do out of the day. And they could be helping with the word. They can be helping with the ministry in their own way, man. Not by rapping and all that. Do what the Bible told you to do. Go out into the streets and preach. I'm supposed to be dressing up, but I don't have that kind of access to all of that. I don't even know where to get that shit from. So, you know, it's just me. You know, I'm out here doing it, and that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. And do the best that you can. Shit, I ain't perfect. I can't be perfect, but I know Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is perfect. I know Yahweh Shai is perfect. You know, so that's cool with me to know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is on my side. He's not with the world. He's not for everybody. You know, he's for us and only us. And like I said, the book of Acts is one of those nails to the coffin, them deal breakers that's going to tell you that the Lord is not for everybody. He's only for a specific people. And that's how it's going to be. And Yahweh said he ain't going to never change. He's going to keep his promise. So we look forward to the future. We look for a better and a brighter tomorrow. And we know that everything is going to be all right. We already got the victory. Everything is just, all we got to do is sit back and let it come to pass. Let that shit come to pass, man. And it will. You feel me? So, you know, call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. In the name of Yahushua, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is good. Like I said, a lot of people ain't going to fucking make it. The world, this is not for the world. This ain't for everybody. And them Christians that are dark-skinned Christians, they need to learn better and they need to learn the truth. And that's just what it's about. I'm about to get ready to walk in a minute. Go ahead and go and get these damn earphones. Because I done lost my damn earphones. But shalom to the brothers and sisters that are trying. Shalom to the great millstone. You know, the top prophets. The ones that told you first. And they didn't lie to you and they told you the truth. You know, shout out to the prophets that aren't a part of a group, but they still doing it day in and day out, and they have not stopped. You know, shout out to my brothers and sisters that are changing and, you know, converted to being an Israelite and came back to the Heavenly Father. Shout out to you guys, because you guys is what's making it, you know, matter, man. Call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in the name of Yahushua. I know that I'm not alone. I know that there's people out there that's just like me, going through the same shit like me, you know, and dealing with it and finding ways to overcome. And that's exactly what it's about. Like Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said, you can overcome. With him, you can overcome all things. Ain't nothing impossible for Yahweh. By you saying that it's impossible for the Lord, no, by you saying that you can't do it, that it's too impossible for the Lord, that's a problem. Don't say that. Be with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and have love for him, you know. And just know the Lord is your sword and your shield. And with him, you can overcome anything. You can do anything. Amen to that. Call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. In the name of Yahshua, I got my little full hour in. And shalom, I got to go and make my little runs. And that's that.